choice is to keep fighting. To keep looking for answers. My only hope is to break the cycle. Before the cycle breaks me.
Hi, my name is Matthijs de Jonge. I'm the game director on Horizon Forbidden West. Horizon Forbidden West is an open-world action RPG that takes place in the distant future. And you play as Aloy, a hunter of the Nora tribe, who is on an epic quest to solve mysteries and secrets that will change her life forever. The title Forbidden West actually refers to a mysterious new frontier that stretches from Utah in the USA all the way to the Pacific Ocean in the West. So ever since the first game, we really wanted to make a world that is so beautiful that you just want to be there. And with the additional power of the PlayStation 5, we can make that world even more detailed and more vibrant and more immersive. Shell snappers that guard the shores and swamps, snapmaws that hunt the waterways, and sunwings that patrol the skies. Players will discover dozens of new machines as they explore the Forbidden West, and each of these machines has to be scanned and studied in order to fight them effectively. The Forbidden West is also home to new tribes, and some of them are peaceful and others are hostile, and one of these hostile tribes has discovered the knowledge of how to override machines and use them as beasts of war in combat. One of the bigger machines is the mammoth-like Tremor Tusk. It's loaded with weapons and heavy plated armor, and it's already dangerous when you encounter it in the wilds, but when it's specially outfitted by the tribes, it's even more dangerous. The Forbidden West harbors an even greater challenge, that's a collapsing biosphere. A red blight infects the lands, is choking wildlife and starving animals and tribes. And the weather has spiraled out of control, generating massive supercell storms that flood canyons and fields. Aloy will have to go to great lengths in order to save this world. As the game is built and designed on mystery, we don't want to spoil all the surprises today. We have been working very hard in order to create a worthy sequel, one that will hopefully appeal to all the fans, but also newcomers to the franchise. And we're aiming to release the game next year in 2021.
PlayStation.
We didn't even know what the PS5 looked like just about a year ago, but since PlayStation properly unveiled its next-gen console and games, it's been a very busy year, filled with highs, sales success, great games, You're My GPU, and lows. It's still really hard to find a PS5. And even though Sony is still sitting out of the official E3 proceedings, there's plenty more news on its way for PlayStation owners. So here's the crazy year PlayStation has had and where it leaves us as we hope for more announcements and the release of some of the biggest confirmed games.
I will be ready.
PlayStation's PS5 debut arguably made the biggest splash last summer. And not just because the PS5 is a very large machine. In a surprisingly short turnaround, we went from only knowing the new console's name in January to seeing the debut of the PS5 in a June showcase, where Sony revealed the console, the controller, and a slew of upcoming PS5 games, some of which, like Pragmata and Project Athia, aka Forspoken, being years away. Sony highlighted a host of impressive newly announced exclusives in the showcase, like Marvel's Spider-Man Miles Morales and Horizon Forbidden West, as well as intriguing indies like Kena Bridge of Spirits, Stray, and of course, Bugsnax. But the showcase signaled a pop of news rather than a continuous flow. Thankfully, a second showcase in September addressed most of our remaining questions. We got a launch date November 12th and price $499 US and $399 US for the digital version. Confirmation of that digital-only version of the system and the first indication of what games we'd all be playing at launch, plus some teases of more games to come. The showcase allowed us all to start piecing together the PS5's launch, that is, until pre-order chaos immediately ensued.
into the eyes of another and see opportunity. A soul to corrupt and twist. Their stories are the ones we fear. And there are those who see potential. The light within the soul. A chance to lift someone up to achieve the impossible. Their stories rise to legend. So tell me, what do you see in Quill? Because her story depends on you.
Thanks for kicking off our new state of play, Quill. Moss 2 is currently in development for PSVR. We've got some more exciting updates today, so let's keep it going. Here's a flashy new multiplayer shooter from the team at Ilphonic. That was your first look at Arcade Get It, which begins early access today for PlayStation 5. Tribes of Midgard arrives later this month. Let's get a sneak peek at the post-launch plans for this addictive action RPG from Norsefell Games.
Hi, I'm Sydney from Norsefell, and I'm here to tell you more about how Tribes of Midgard will grow even bigger after launch with free season updates. Tribes of Midgard is a 10-player survival action RPG, where you play as an Einherjar, a legendary Viking warrior revived by Odin himself to stop Ragnarok. There are two primary game modes, the session-based Saga mode and the endless survival mode that are all about exploring Midgard, powering up your character, and fortifying your home village to stand against giants bent on destroying the seat of Yggdrasil. New seasonal updates will change the way you play and add challenges for you and your tribe to overcome. The game launches with Season 1, The Wolf Saga. It includes new classes, exclusive loot, and a powerful new boss. There will be 8 different classes to unlock and choose from. Let's take a quick look at the Ranger, one of our 2 starting classes. As you gain levels, you unlock game-changing abilities in your class skill tree to match your playstyle, like the lightning-fast quickshot or the powerful slowpoke. Because classes are complementary, it's fun to have a bit of everything in your tribe. We're excited to see how your strategies will change as classes expand in future updates. Season 1 also introduces runes, which give you new special powers to customize your character even more. The Wolf Saga will launch with 30 runes, including the Might of Mjolnir, which adds powerful chain lightning arcs to your attacks. You can use multiple runes together, and the effects can get pretty wild. You'll end up with different rune combinations each session, so you'll always have new ways to experiment. Last but not least, the biggest part of every season are Saga quests, a series of quests that will bring you across Midgard. In Season 1 Saga, you'll unlock the ability to access a mysterious lair and face down your most powerful challenge yet. And the more dangerous foes you take on, the greater the reward. Speaking of great rewards, the Wolf Saga is stacked with season-exclusive weapons, armor sets, and truly mighty companions. I love this guy. This saga is only the beginning. Tribes of Midgard will keep expanding with more seasons that explore different parts of Norse mythology and add even more to the game. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in Midgard soon on July 27th.
Port City's as good as lost. Must you go back?
I must go back in order to end all this.
Up next, what do you get when you mix fighting games and battle royale?
Ancient legends are told. Of the battle between demons and hunters.
Hi everyone, I'm John Georgi from Mantisco, and on behalf of our studio, I am thrilled to welcome you to the world of Hunter's Arena. In this mystical world, you will play as hunters who must fight deadly demons as well as other online players in order to survive. As a skillful hunter, you will master powerful swordplay and martial arts, and will be constantly tested of your skills of precise timing and fast decision making. However, don't forget to have a little fun on your journey by customizing your weapons from disco balls to rubber ducks. As you explore our expansive maps, you will be able to explore dungeons and slay ancient demons to level up. We look forward to seeing your personalized strategies on your hunt. Another huge threat to look out for is none other than one of your own, a hunter. Always have different strategies in mind and use the environment around you when facing your enemies. Utilize bushes for ambush or drop strike from higher grounds to unleash a lethal blow on unexpected enemy players. Hunter's Arena features two battle royale modes, solo and trio. In solo mode, you will solely take on other enemy players as well as deadly demons lurking behind your back in a 30-player free-for-all. In trio mode, you'll be able to team up with your friends, where focusing on teamwork and planning out strategies are crucial in achieving victory. There is so much more to experience in this fascinating world. I can't wait for you to encounter the countless dangers waiting in Hunter's Arena when it launches next month on PS4 and PS5. Thank you for joining me today, and I will see you all soon on Hunter's Arena.
Jump into Battle Royale action when Hunter's Arena Legends arrives on PS4 and PS5 next month. PlayStation Plus members will be able to download the PS4 and PS5 versions at no extra cost starting August 3rd. Ever wanted to explore an alien planet? Then this next game is for you.
This is Jet, the Far Shore, created by Super Brothers and Pine Scented, with a score by Scientific. In Jet, you play as May, one of a unit of aviator scientists who embark on an interstellar trip and alight on a mythic ocean planet, where they dream of securing a future for their species. We aspired to create a video game to express our own feelings of awe when we look up at the starry sky. Jet is all about motion, whether it's weaving through trees or jumping over obstacles. I love that sense of speeding through a remarkable natural space under a grand sky, and suddenly being in someone's helmet, boots on the ground. Jet's premise involves exploration and discovery. However, our design doesn't rely on combat or resource extraction, and the characters go to some lengths to tread lightly, giving indigenous wildlife a wide berth, striving to adapt and avoid conflict. As a Jet scout, you'll inspect living things and employ your Jet's tools to figure out what makes them tick. Occasionally, you'll run into trouble, and you'll have to use everything at your disposal to emerge unscathed. Over the years, we've contemplated what might be on the minds of interstellar explorers, what might propel them, and what might haunt them. And so our story provides an occasional glimpse into May's dreams, memories, and visions. At heart, Jet is a laid-back and enjoyable exploratory action adventure set within an intriguing new science fiction cosmos. Jet has had a long road. For a few years, there were only 3 of us. Since then, this vision has been sharpened and bolstered by an all-star squad. We hope you'll embark with us.
Let's check in with our friends at Sega for more on 2 upcoming adventures.
A mansion. Is this the place?
I'm scared.
It's okay. I'm with you. I'll keep you safe. The demon's scent is growing stronger.
The door! It just closed on its own! You saw it, right? I don't care who! Just come and fight me! Whoever shows up will be my next prey!
I'm a demon slayer! Rank Mizunoto! Tanjiro Kamada!
Here I come!
And he's wielding Nichirin swords! Is he with the Demon Slayer Corps? Zenitsu?
He's not just pretending. He's really out cold.
Thunder breathing. First form. Thunderclap and flash.
It's gonna feel so good to rip such a huge target to shreds!
How could this human wound me?
Let's go. I'm not giving up. Not ever. Keep moving forward. Stay sharp. Give it everything you've got. You can do it!
I'll get my hands on that red. And reclaim my rightful place among the 12 Kizuki.
Yes, I've got him now.
Your Honor,
In a warehouse, about 3 days ago, a body turned up in Yokohama. Oh, maybe you hadn't heard that.
You mean it's revenge? In that case, could he possibly have hired someone else to kill the guy in his stead?
As for my request, I'd like to see what you can find out. Mikoshiba's murder is too suspicious.
Suspicious? Hey. Yeah.
Get him, Yagami bot! Take a nap! This race is mine! Go! Woo! I believe in you, buddy. Watch this!
Believe me, I'm just as clueless as you are, much as I hate to admit it.
They said to tell you, this is your final warning.
They've been spying on me?
I guess we couldn't ask for a better piece of bait.
What the hell do you think you're doing? This has nothing to do with her. Stop! Come on up!
Our next game was revealed just a few weeks ago. Time for a closer look at the expanded and enhanced Death Stranding Director's Cut, coming soon to PS5.
Explosion. A bang which gave rise to life as we know it. Then came the next explosion. An explosion that will be our last.
Sam, I'll be waiting for you on the beach.
Rebuilding America isn't gonna get rid of the BTs.
But at least we'll have hope.
I'm a porter. I don't care about connecting anything.
You see, I've come to understand the truth of the Death Stranding.
Deathloop hits PS5 on September 14th. Let's check out an...
Hello, Blackreed. The other missionary tonight officially requests killing cults becomes your top priority. Or in other words, murder the bastard now.
Every single person here is out to kill me.
It's fun. I've been cutting short your meaningless rampages for some time. It's totally normal. Death is a typical physiological experience in this place.
I hate to break it to you, but there is nothing normal about this fucking island. Oh, shit! What?
You're gonna give me that attitude?
Same day, which means I already know what's going to happen. Am I supposed to do this every day for the rest of my life? Fuck that! I'm breaking this loop.
I'm Dinga, game director at Arcane Lyon, and I'm here to give you a special look at Deathloop. You are Colt. You're stuck in a time loop on the island of Black Reef where everybody wants you dead. To escape, you'll have to take out 8 targets known as the Visionaries before the day repeats. Also, one of your targets, Juliana, is in the business of hunting you down. Fail to kill the target or die, and the day starts over.
You gotta be kidding me.
But every loop is an opportunity. With every cycle, you will learn more about the Visionaries and the secrets of the island by exploring and observing. You will discover their habits and secrets, using that knowledge to progress through the story. Let's jump into a mission several hours into the game to see Colt take on the Visionary, Alexis, the Wolf, Dorsey. At this point, you have already learned from a previous loop that Alexis plans to give a speech at his well-guarded masquerade party. Let's use that intel to identify Alexis and take him down.
I was just thinking.
I want to know what the fuck is going on.
Oh, you don't want that. You're looking for purpose.
I'm looking for the fastest way out of this place.
There are rules, Colt, and sometimes people bend the rules, and sometimes they break them.
Blah, 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 blah.
Were you talking when I was talking?
I have top secret information.
Okay, what is it?
I said it was top secret. Okay. See the fireworks in?
I've thought about it, and I think I'm doing everyone here a favor by ending this.
So what happens when you break the loop? Seriously, I want your theories.
Everything goes back to normal, obviously.
Normal? You have absolutely no fucking idea what will happen.
True, but I know one way to find out.
Dying isn't the end. Reprise is one of the powers you can unlock. It allows you to die and rewind twice before the loop restarts. You have also seen Carnesis, that allows you to yank enemies around and shift the short-range teleport.
Hey, we killed you!
Colt, do you need my help?
Nah, I'm fine.
But keep getting yourself killed. Can you stay still for a second?
Keep there! He's a shit!
Here's where Colt died. You can absorb your body to regain Residium, a resource that allows you to save your favorite weapons and abilities between loops. Over time, you will build an arsenal of weapons, abilities and upgrades that you can mix and match between missions to suit your playstyle or the needs of a specific task. We use the haptic feedback and the adaptive trigger of the PS5's DualSense controller to bring an extra layer of immersion to your experience. Every movement feels different, and weapons express their personality in the palm of your hands.
Very impressive. I'm clapping with one hand.
Don't stop there. Put them both together. The body count is gonna get high.
I need an invitation to Alexis's party. I found another way in. Through the window?
No,
on the cliff?
No, I'm not climbing on any cliff or window. Just shut up! Keep your eyes open.
There's always multiple ways to approach a target, and we just learned of one, a back entrance to the mansion. Conversations like this happen all over Black Reef, and it often pays to stop and listen. That alert means your rival, Juliana, has invaded your game. Controlled by another player or the AI, she's the real deal. You'll have to be extra vigilant when she's on the hunt.
Wow. I didn't know you liked to party.
Ain't my style.
You're all business all the time, aren't you? What is your style, exactly?
Chit-chatting when I should be killing motherfuckers, apparently.
I'll smoke anywhere, man. I'll smoke at the doctor's office. I'll smoke at a funeral. I'll smoke when people are eating their breakfast right next to me. Fuck your fried eggs. You know what I'm saying?
The wolves play a sick game. Whoever fails to impress the others with their evil deeds goes into the grinder and onto the dinner menu. Let's see if we can rig the outcome.
What's up, sluts? I cornered the manufacturing.
It could be Alexis, but it could also be another masked speaker. So let's hear him out and not take the shot.
There were deaths, lawsuits, whatever. Profits far outstretched our small legal fees. We made millions that year. Cheap bastards who died, they could have afforded it. If it was important enough.
Arrogant, cruel, no regard for others? Yeah, that's definitely Alexis. Allez up! Alexis just dropped an upgrade to the Carnes's power and a hefty dose of Residium. Time to get the hell out of here.
What are you doing up there?
Why wasn't I invited?
You gonna call me like this all the time, Julie?
Juliana.
I give approximately 0 fucks about what you call yourself.
But you did. Once.
That's a wrap for today, but we'll be back with more breaking news and updates before you know it. See you soon.
PlayStation.
Beyond, and hello everyone, my name is Jonathan Dornbush, and this is Podcast Beyond, IGN's weekly PlayStation show, where we're doing it live this week to cover the latest PlayStation State of Play. We have a lot of different games to dig into, including a very long look at Deathloop, which is only just a couple months away. I'm very, very excited to play it, and I just want to get that game soon, but we're only a couple months away from that, as well as Death Stranding Director's Cut and a few other indies that we got a look at. To discuss everything we saw, I'm joined this week by Brian Altano.
What's up, Beyond? Hello.
Hey,
let's
Brian.
do it.
Good to see you. Also joined this week by Matt Kim. Matt, thanks for joining us.
Hello, yeah. Nintendo voice chat, right?
No, Matt.
No.
We're live. We can't edit that out. What are you doing?
Where was the Switch Pro? What a waste.
Yeah, we'll get to the Switch OLED model not being there in a second, but of course we're also joined this week by Max Scoville.
The #1 Xbox podcast on IGN.
Oh no! Oh God!
Hello, welcome to Game Scoop.
I don't even have to imagine the comments because we're doing this live, and so I'm sure the comments will just be there as we record. No, of course we're going to be digging into the whole State of Play presentation, which we just saw about 30 minutes of some upcoming games coming to PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, and PSVR. Not, of course, PSVR 2. Which, just to get it out of the way, of course, if you didn't see the PlayStation blog announcement before the State of Play, we learned that the next God of War, Horizon Forbidden West, and PSVR 2 wouldn't be at the State of Play. So just to set expectations, we're not concerned about those not showing up. We'll talk maybe about what wasn't there, what could have been there, and all that sort of jazz as we go through. But I do want to talk about what actually was there, and I want to start with Deathloop, because that was the one that got sort of the marquee presentation. That was sort of the big advertised game of what was going to be here. We got a 9-minute look of Deathloop, a little bit more of the actual loop of what Deathloop is. This is, of course, for those who don't know, coming from Arcane, which is now an Xbox-owned studio, but they're making a PlayStation 5 launch exclusive for the moment. These are the developers, of course, of Dishonored and the most recent Prey. Deathloop we've seen before in a couple of State of Plays and gotten some very groovy trailers. I think the last State of Play in March or February, whenever that was, we got a sort of music video of Deathloop, but this is probably the biggest chunk of gameplay we've seen of it yet. Brian, I wanted to start with you. What did you think of this latest look, and what are your overall sort of feelings on Deathloop as we approach its launch?
The game looks gorgeous. I feel like it looks a little bit better every time we see it. It's aesthetically kind of just incredibly fun to look at, just because it really takes advantage of sort of a lot of stylistic decisions. It's got some great sort of energy to it, some great colors and stuff like that. But the gameplay itself looks fun. The weapons are weird and crazy and kind of vintage sci-fi, which I dig. I don't know if I needed to see 8 more minutes of a game that I'm pretty excited for already, but also, this is part of their suite this year, so obviously they do want to give it some love.
Yeah, it definitely makes sense that we're seeing sort of a marquee one for this, and I assume that means we probably won't get one of those sort of one-off State of Plays that we've gotten for a few games like Horizon and even stuff like Destruction All-Stars that we've seen before. But it definitely needed sort of a marquee look at what actual gameplay is, because I think we've seen a lot of as you were saying, really good looking stylized trailers, but showing people what the actual gameplay looks like a bit more makes a lot of sense for a show like this. Matt, I wanted to jump to you. I actually don't know your history or whether you've played past Arcane stuff, but what did you think of this look, and what are your sort of thoughts on Deathloop in general?
Yeah, I'm really excited for Deathloop, but I mean you're kind of right. I've dabbled with Dishonored and I've dabbled with Prey, but they never really kind of gripped me in the same way that I'm really looking forward to Deathloop. I like the powers are cool. Dishonored has really cool powers, and the story is really great. I was actually just kind of bad at Dishonored, and I was way worse at Prey. But I don't know. So maybe I might be bad at this one too. But we'll see.